What's up, guys? It's your boy Matt here, and we back with another episode of Matter of Fact MMA. Today, what we're going to be doing is breaking down the upcoming UFC London card. We're going to get into a couple of the fights, couple of things about them, and then I won't hold you. I'll let you go. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, ride with your boy over at Matter of Fact MMA. We smoking on that Matter of Fact MMA pack, if you will. And let's go ahead. We're going to get off into it. So first off, we got UFC London as I get into my notes. In the main event, we're going to have Tommie Aspinall step in there, making his return after his crazy knee injury from his fight with Curtis Blades. We're going to have Tommie Aspinall stepping in there with Marcin Tybura. So, you know, straight up, I mean, this is a fight that you got to go along with Tommie Aspinall. It just kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, wow. I mean, at times, like Marcin Tybura has looked, you know, he has looked good at times. I mean, I wouldn't say he's looked the best. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, I mean, what do you want me to say, bro? I mean, what do you want me to say? It's Tom Aspinall versus Marcin Tybura. So, I mean, here's the thing. We want Tommie Aspinall to go out there and win. You know, the London fans want to sing the song. They want to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to happen. We want him to go out there and win. All right? So let's be straight up about that. You know, if Marcin Tybura wins, we all get absolutely nothing. We gain nothing from that. If that man wins, we gain absolutely nothing. I mean, there's nothing that's going to happen, you know. The UFC will push him to the back because they're not going to be happy about it. So this is just a fight that's for Tommie Aspinall to go out there and get a win and keep it moving. That's just kind of what it is. So, of course, in that main event, my pick is Tommie Aspinall. I mean, unless, you know, the rehab of the knee didn't quite go as planned or anything like that, I don't really see him going out there and taking an L at all. And if he does, everybody's going to weep, everybody's going to cry because we gain nothing from Marcin Tybura winning the main event. Like, he's not going to fight nobody for no belt. Ain't going to be no, he ain't even going to fight John Jones on the late night in Albuquerque. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to happen. So there's nothing we can do. So that's it. Let's move on. Looks like what's going to be in the co-main event. Molly McCann stepping in there against Julia Solorenko. If I probably mispronounced that, but I'm sorry. Uh, you know, I mean, so on one side, I mean, Solorenko is not, she's not the best. Definitely wouldn't consider her top level fighter at whatsoever, or even a middle level, maybe not even a low level. All right, no need to say that. All right, here's the thing. This is another fight that's designed kind of like the Tom Aspinall fight for Molly McCann to go out there and get a win in front of all the people in London, in front of all the fans. You know, when it comes to a London show, it's Tom Aspinall, it's Molly McCann, it's Paddy Pimblington. That's what it is. Paddy can't be here because he's still rehabbing from his injury or whatever. Who knows? But you know they got Molly McCann out there, so that's what it is. So you know it's a fight designed for her to win. If she loses, I don't know. If she loses, they're in London. Could we see a retirement possibly? I don't know. She done made a lot of money now. Barstool Sports, you know what I'm saying? I cut no checks. Holler at me with a check, Barstool Sports. I'm out here. I'm out here. You know, Barstool Sports, you need a correspondent in Louisville, Kentucky. Holler at me. But, you know, nevertheless, it's a fight designed for Molly to go out there and get a win. If Molly loses just because it's in front of her crowd, you could see her put down the gloves in the middle of the octagon. I don't know. I haven't heard a ton of talk about that recently, but she was ready to walk away earlier in her career before this resurgence. And, you know, she's made a lot of money since then. She's doing her thing. She's a businesswoman. She's got businesses going on. So who knows? But this is a fight where she's supposed to go out there and win. So, you know, I do think there's a sneaky, tricky world where she might take that L, but it's designed for her to get a win. We'll see what happens there. Nathaniel Wood against Andre Fili. I'm a huge Andre Fili fan. You know, I like all his fights. I like his personality, like his character. He's a good dude. This fight, I believe, is designed for Nathaniel Wood, of course, to go over in front of the London fans. Um, you know, here's the thing. I mean, there's multiple avenues in which you can see Nathaniel Wood going out there and not winning by decision, but finishing Andre Fili. But there's also a world where you can see Andre Fili wrap up some type of a weird choke because he's got a he has an interesting build. You know, he's got a good build pause for mixed martial arts. So you might see him wrap up a choke of some sort because of the build of his arms, so to speak. You know, he seems to be a guy that when he does win a fight, sometimes he goes by decision, but sometimes he just catches you with something off or something weird, or at least catches you enough to rock you, daze you, maybe zap away a little bit of your stamina to where you can win by decision. So this one is a hard one to call, you know. Um, I hate to pick against Andre Fili, you know. A huge fan. I'd hate to go against him. I'd probably have to lean toward Nathaniel Wood, but I might I might have to stay neutral on this, but I think Nathaniel Wood's probably gonna take it. Paul Craig going in there against Andre Munoz. I got Andre Munoz all day. I know he didn't look good in his last fight, but Paul Craig, I feel like, is at that point in his career where, you know, wasn't working out at 205 and he's just like, F it. I'll just drop down to middleweight. I don't care, you know. And it's just a gamble, you know. And I don't even think it's 50-50 that he could go out there and win or he could go out there and take a L. I think it's more like 60-40. 60 in the side that he's going to go out there and take a L. You know, he's late in his career. He's dropping down a weight class. He already seems to be chinny. So dehydrating his body more is probably going to make him more chinny. So I don't see him pulling this off. You know, I think Munez is still a tremendous fighter. I know he didn't look good in his last fight, but who knows what was going on in that camp and that training and that weight cut? Who knows? So I gotta go along with him to defeat Paul Craig. Honestly, I think Paul Craig is about done. He's an outstanding fighter, great gimmick, but I think he's about done. You know, Jai Herbert steps in there against Faraz Zaim. I'm going to go for the upset. I'm going to pick Jai Herbert. You know, I feel like he can pull it off. You know, his last couple of fights, and even though he lost his last one, he had a good showing in that one, a really good showing. You know, he almost could have took it by the scorecards, but you know, I wouldn't go that far. But especially in front of the London fans, you know, he trains out of the same camp as Leon Edwards. And I mean, the champ, now Leon Edwards is the solidified welterweight champion. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's beat Usman twice, I mean, it's like, bro, and he's talking about these big money fights. Makachev is calling out Leon Edwards. You know, Hamzat's calling out Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is still rumored to be fighting Kobe Covington. You know, he's getting a lot of eyes on him. He's got a lot of star power. You know what I mean? He's got the money. I'm sure that a lot of that is funneling through the gym. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Herbert pull off the upset there. At least the upset by the betting. And also, I'll be betting with. I almost forgot last weekend your boy hit another lick on DraftKings. DraftKings, holla at me. Your boy's out here betting every Saturday night with you. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, DraftKings, holla at me. I'm out here doing the Lord's work. I'm promoting you. Holla at me. But nevertheless, your boy hit a little lick on DraftKings last week over those fights. You know, might have made a little last minute money off of Myra Bueno Silva. Just might have. I'm just saying. You never really know. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, though, you know, going into the fight, I got sidetracked trying to get a sponsorship. Let's get back into the card. We got Lerone Murphy stepping in there against Josh. I don't want to mispronounce his last name. I'm sorry, sir. I don't even know. regardless, I got to go along with Lerone Murphy. I know that's terrible. I know. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to butcher your last name, but I got to go along with Lerone Murphy anyway. You know, in front of London fighting, big deal. I think he's a good fighter. He had a last minute replacement in his last fight, but he still was able to get the W. So I'm going to lean more toward him. My guy, Davy Grant, fighting. I got Davy Grant all day. He's great. Never stops fighting. Does weird, wild submissions, wild striking. You never know when he's going to knock somebody out or submit them. A la his last fight, against a Sunsal. So I got to go with Davy Grant. That's going to be great. Hot chocolate, Danny Roberts stepping in there against the Slugger Knot. The Slugger Knot, you know what I'm saying? Johnny Parsons. I'm just going to say right now, I got Johnny Parsons. I know don't nobody know nothing about Johnny Parsons, and I don't really know much about him. But his nickname is a Slugger Knot, and he throws hands. He throws lunch boxes. He throws in meat hooks. You know what I'm saying? He's out here throwing him tongs. What more do you want? He's got hammers for fists. And his name is the Slugger Knot. And Danny Roberts is chinny. He's been chinny for the last 3 years straight. So I don't see nothing changing. But, I got the Slugger Knot. I got Joel Alvarez over Mark Diakase. I think that's kind of a given. Probably going to lean toward Jamal Pogues in his fight. I got Meredov over Brian Barberena. Ketlin Vieira, I'm going to go along with her in that fight. I got to go with my guy Ashmu. I got to go along with him, Yanel Ashmu. I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry, sir, but you pack dynamite in your hands, and I'm a tremendous fan. I think he's going to go out there and do Chris Duncan dirty. But, there's a couple more fights. We're not going to get off into it. That's this Saturday's London card. We all want Tommie Aspinall to go out there and get the win. That's what we all want. That's what it is. That's what it is. The other fight, the co-main event, is designed for Molly McCann to get a win. We'll see if it's going to happen. Nevertheless, it goes down this Saturday night in London, UFC London. It's an early fight card for those of us here in America, so that's cool. You can get it over with early, on your Saturday, and then after the fight card ends, you still got time for party favors. You still got time to go get lit however you get lit. Do your thing. Enjoy your Saturday night. It's going to be all good. So, again, I appreciate everyone for joining me for another episode of Matter of Fact MMA. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all the feedback, all the love. Don't even mind a little bit of the negativity. I still appreciate y'all too. And nevertheless, I'll check you next time. Peace.